Hey, folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. This intraday video is for Wednesday, June 29th, 2011, and is sponsored by Realtic. All right, guys, I want to get into the mix today. We have some good profits in the books from a couple small caps today. I want to give you guys all the latest on that, but first off, we have to mention the solid rally in the markets today right now going on. Dow Jones Industrial Average up another 84 points. NASDAQ up 15. S&P 500 up 11 points on the day. We are trading at the highs of the day, as you can see, consolidating beautifully right along this greenish trend line and ultimately starting to break up right over the last 10 to 20 minutes. You're looking at the SPY, which mirrors the S&P 500 on a 10-minute time frame. So each of these candles is 10 minutes as we are hitting the highs of the day now on the intraday chart. Now, first things first, we have to talk about what's causing this rally. Easily, the easy part is looking at the dollar. The dollar is getting crushed today. Look at this drop on the dollar again. That is pushing this market higher. Light volume, pre-holiday volume, is continuing to push the market up. Look at the volume just die out here in the course of the day. We had good volume this morning. That was on the back of the austerity measures in Greece being passed. So there was a vote this morning. Those got passed. That pushed the euro up. What does it do? When the euro goes up, the dollar goes down. When the dollar goes down, the markets go in the reverse direction, which is up, and that's why we have this gain in the markets today. So again, beautiful little pop on the markets. This is the third rally in a row, and I called this last Friday. If you are a Hot Chart and Alert member, which is part of the Research Center, so if you're a Research Center member, go log in, look at that post I said last Friday at the close when we were trading all the way down here, folks. Look at this. Right here, I came out after the bell and I said, guys, I'm still in the camp. We rally next week. I said, watch this market go up because of obviously we have light volume going into the holidays. We have obviously the keys that the Federal Reserve does not want to let the market dump into a major holiday weekend of spending. And you also have this resiliency in Europe where, again, they're going to get the aid package. It's going to pass ultimately. All these factors pointing to an up market. So up it is. The market's, again, rallying higher beautifully, and that's where we sit today. Now, 3 days in a row, usually a 3-bar surge signals the end of a move. That makes me in the camp that will probably stall this move to the upside out and kind of go sideways for the next 2 days. If we continue up, I do have an SPY target, which I gave out to my Research Center members and my Intraday Stock Chat members. That's 131.50-ish, 131 and a quarter to 132. So if we go to the daily chart here, I'll briefly show it to you. See, you're coming up underneath this level. This is your 131 level. That's your first area. And then the 50 moving average is 131.90-ish right now. That's your second level. That's ultimately the target of this upswing that I called for last Friday. So far, we're almost there. We're only about a buck away right now on the SPY. It's been a beautiful call, money-making call, and bottom line is this is where we're headed, and we will get there by the end of next week. Minimally, we'll be at 132, I think. Now, at 132, I may start to think about shorting opportunities. So if you want to get involved, remember, 7-day free trial of the Research Center and Intraday Stock Chat is available at any time you want to get involved. I'm doing a no-hype live broadcast tonight. Next week, we have a Hidden Gems debuting. Small caps right now, guys, are hot as heck. All right, right now, floating higher. I'll show you a couple small caps that we've nailed today. OXGN I gave out yesterday in the chat room at a beautiful price of $2.50 right down here. This thing hits $2.99 today. That's a 20% profit intraday. Look at this move up. Unbelievable. From here at 250 where the alert went out, this is yesterday afternoon, the alert went out. Today, $3 essentially. 20% move on OXGN. I also gave out Seed today in the intraday stock chat. Seed, I said buy Seed. It's a small cap Chinese play. If we go to the daily chart, look at how much it's been beaten down lately on really no negative news. It's due for a big bounce. I said buy it at $3.70. Sure enough, guess where it is right now? $3.99. It just hit $3.99 on the charts. That's a gain right there, basically of 10% so far. It should go over $4 here and continue to advance. My guess is it probably on the daily chart goes all the way up to this 50 moving average right here. Excuse me, that's the 50. Look, the 20 first. The 20 moving average first, which will be at $4.50. So minimally, you have another 50 cents of upside here as it trades at $3.99. Look for it to pierce $4 here, guys. It's going to go, and this is a sweet play. Beautiful thing, guys. Look at this chart. It's just getting higher and higher. I love how the volume's increasing now as well. People are starting to take note. Traders are starting to take note, and it should go through that even number of 4. These are just some of the small caps. This afternoon in the intraday stock chat, I will be posting more or giving out more small caps that I'll be watching. I'm going to also look to post a small cap in the Research Center. So if you want a next runner of the small caps, join the Research Center free trial. Get involved, guys. These are going to be big. There are a lot of small caps moving right now. Chinese stocks. Take a look at DANG. This is just amazing to me. me. DANG in the last couple days has gone from the last 3 days, it's gone from under $10 to over 12, basically a 25-30% move. Yoku just alone yesterday was up huge, basically 35% gain yesterday. These are all Chinese stocks. Chinese stocks are getting big bounces. They were crushed, they're getting big bounces, all right? So keep an eye on those as well, as they do continue to look very, very good. Although obviously I wouldn't be chasing Yoku. You have to find ones at the lows of charts. That's the trick. Find the right one at the lows of the chart and then go from there. So we'll watch them and see how it all plays out, guys. Again, very, very fond of some of these small caps right now. USO is getting a big move on the charts. It's rolling over a little bit off the highs, but notice that move over the last 2 days. A monster move on the USO, which is the oil ETF. Now the key about this is that it's sending commodity stocks higher. Commodities like Chevron, CVX, this is a Dow component up $1.23. That's carrying this market today. In addition, a few technology stocks are doing all right today. Google's up another $4, which is not a big move, but a small move. Apple's actually negative. But the big leaders today, guys, and this is because they got another bank bailout. There was another bank bailout. Did anyone catch that? And I'm being a little facetious in that manner, but the Goldman Sachs, you can see Goldman is up at $3.50. Bank of America is up 34 cents, which is over 3% here. And the reason why I'm saying there's a bailout, or there was another bailout, is because they bailed out Greece. These banks, especially in Europe, had a ton of exposure to credit default swaps, derivatives, and so forth based on Greece. And if the chain reaction of Greece starts and it hits Portugal and Spain and Italy and so forth, there would literally be another financial crisis in the world, in the global setting. So by bailing out Greece, they essentially bailed out the banks again, because the banks will now get paid. They won't lose the credit default swaps and such, and they won't have a major catastrophe. And so ultimately, by bailing out Greece, it was the politically correct thing to do. Instead of bailing out the banks in a year when all this goes to hell, they bailed out the Greece situation here. And again, that's really what's going on there. So the banks obviously today are enjoying that on the austerity positive vote there where it got passed. That means aid is coming. Greece will not default. Therefore, the banks are getting a bailout. And you can see it clearly. I mean, JPMorgan was getting crushed yesterday when the market was rallying. JPMorgan was down. Financials across the board were negative yesterday. But today, guys, today it's clear. You have the stocks, the bank stocks rallying today because another bailout got pushed through. It's just in a different form, but ultimately all trickles through to the bank stocks. All right, guys, enough said here. Again, come join the Research Center free trial. Come join the Intra Day Stock Chat free trial. There is there's more small caps to come here. Small caps are rocking right now. Just hit $4 on seed. We'll see if it pushes through that $4 level. Looks good to me. It looks like it paused right there at 4, but it should get a blast through. And ultimately, within a few days, I wouldn't be surprised to see seed at around $4.50 at that 20 moving average. I will post more small caps in the Research Center this afternoon and in the Intra Day Stock Chat. So join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take care.